This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN.Live, and we're at the LD Micro Main Event 2019 in Bel Air, California. With me right now is Lee Hamre from AmeraMex International. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is AMMX. Lee, welcome to SNN.Live.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for being here. So for our audience, we'll start off with an overview of the company, and then we'll go from there.
We're a company in the heavy equipment business, big construction machinery, and we deal worldwide.
And Lee, let's get a history of the company. When did it start, and how did the company evolve to where you're currently at today?
Okay, well, the company really started in 1989 as a private company. I was running the company then, and we evolved into increased sales and increased territory, additional manufacturers that we represented, and we moved into transporting our own equipment nationwide with heavy haul trucks. Started buying and putting rental machines out for rental revenue, and just everything grew at a steady pace. In 2006, we decided to go public. At that time, we were on the pink sheets. We stayed there until just recently, last July, we finished our audits and were able to apply to uplist to the OTCQB. And we did that, and we were accepted and uplisted in July of 2019.
So it sounds like the company is all things heavy machinery. You started off with maybe one or two things, and now you do everything. Would you say that's what makes the company unique and different from some of your peers out there?
Certainly, doing our own transportation, we have control of the equipment. We know where it is. We know when it's going to arrive. Having control of the rental fleet, we know what we need based on requests from customers and based on experience, and we know what's needed, what times of the year, and where. The newest part of the business for rental equipment is Forestry Management in the forest, because with all the fires that we've experienced recently, one line of equipment we sell is called mastication equipment, and it will go through and mow down underbrush and small trees like a lawnmower cuts your lawn. And that's in high demand by the Forest Service and CAL FIRE. And there's a lot of small contractors buying these machines to take on a contract to work in the woods.
So what does the competitive landscape look like for your business right now? I mean, are there a lot of mom and pop still out there, or is it mostly, well-known companies like yourself that have just been around for a while servicing these same customers?
The primary business we're in for exporting equipment is heavy container handling equipment that's used in the ports, and it's they pick up and stack the big 40-foot sea containers. There's really only two of us in the country that do what I do. One in Savannah, Georgia, and myself in California. And the separation on the East Coast, it costs me so much to transport a machine back there. I do very little, and it costs him so much to transport equipment to the West that he does very little out here. Anybody in between us, they're just not big enough to be a real competitor.
And you mentioned in the opening that the company started in 1989. You were running the company then. What led you to start AmeraMex?
Actually worked for my father's company in warehouse and forklift equipment for 13 years, selling machinery. And I wanted to expand into larger machines and a larger territory. I had two older brothers that didn't want to do that. And I said, I can do it on my own if you don't want to do it with me. And that started my company on my own.
And Lee, who's the target customer for your equipment?
The target customer for us is actually several different sectors. The container handling industry for stevedores in all the ports around the world. And the used machines that we specialize in are what goes to all the third world countries in West Africa and South America, Central America. They just don't have the money to buy new, but they want it to look new. So we get them fixed up, get them running right, a new paint job, new tires, and deliver to third world countries. Another segment would be logging equipment, similar, cleaning up and painting isn't as important on logging equipment. It's going to go in the woods and get scratched up right away. Construction machinery for contractors building roads is the other segment. And then, of course, lastly, rental equipment into all segments.
And then from what you can tell us, what would you say are the company's goals and growth drivers for 2020?
We're looking at expansion. We're talking to some other companies we'd like to work out mergers with. We'd like to grow in gross sales, size, locations, and do more internationally.
And Lee, where can our audience go and find more information about the company?
A good place to look is our webpage, AMMX.net, and there's a lot of information there.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive, and we're at the LD Micro Main Event 2019 in Bel Air, California. With me again has been Lee Hamre from AmeraMex International, publicly traded company. The symbol is AMMX. Lee, it was a pleasure to have you on today. Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you.